Thank you so much, all. This is Prashant Kumar from Cashflow Champs. I appreciate you taking time today. At Cashflow Champs, we are helping investors gain financial freedom through passive investments in real estates. Today, we are going to talk about how to find partners for your multifamily deals. Just a little bit about myself. First of all, I'm not an attorney, financial advisor, tax advisor, or an accountant. This is an information only webinar. You should seek professional advice from appropriate personnel for your investments. We at Cashflow Champs, do multiple things. You want to talk to us, take the screenshot of this page or scan the QR code, schedule a call with us. We do underwriting sessions, free underwriting sessions on Saturdays at 4 p.m. every Saturday. And so the middle QR code is for that. It's absolutely free. And we have a small mastermind inner circle group where we do deals with our students. And we guarantee that you will do a deal with us within a year, or we'll continue to handhold you for as long as it takes. So that is basically, if you want to learn more, you want to come on. It's a very small group. We don't take everybody. It's only those who are ready to come on board. So it is the next level, basically. So the third QR code is for that. Feel free to scan that if you want to talk to us. All right, we are going to talk about building your multifamily syndication team today. Your teamwork makes the dream work, right? We all know that. Soldiers win skirmishes and armies win war. We all know that. One team is one dream, basically. A team above all, a team. And no matter how brilliant your mind or strategy, if you are playing a solo game, you will always lose out to a team. So I wanted to kind of throw it out there to make it sound. Basically, multifamily is a team game business, right? It's a multi-family business, right? It is not single family business, which you can run by yourself. In multifamily, you need a team. And I apologize, I had not started my video earlier. But again, we are here in a multifamily. We work like a team. We dream like a team. Our team objectives are at the highest level because there are just too many moving parts in this business. So you need to have a strong team which can work together with a common objective to get to the next level. So it is different. A team is different than a group. A group, a Facebook group, it's a group basically, right? They have their individual goals, but the team focuses on achieving a shared goal and shared accountability. A group is different than a team. I just wanted to reiterate. If you are in a group, everybody is talking, sharing things, but everybody may have their individual goals. But in a team, you are achieving shared goals with shared accountability, right? So benefits of the team are, you promote stronger working relationships, your work is efficient, you learn from each other, you create healthy competition, better problem solving and smarter risk taking, and of course, enhance personal growth, boost productivity and more opportunities for growth. So it's not like you are thinking by yourself alone. Everybody is thinking about the shared goals. Everybody is working toward the shared goals. So your solo game is almost not important. So everybody is thinking and coming up with the creative ideas to do things better. So your work becomes efficient. You learn from each other. You build stronger relationships, and you create a healthy working environment, healthy competition, and obviously, as the team grows, you have more opportunities for growth. So coming to multifamily, what are the teams that you need, right? You need a partnership, basically. And then you have a property team, and you have a deal team, and you have a money team, basically. Property, we'll talk about these, from a partnership, you will have a partner, first of all, you will create the partnership, or somebody will create the partnership. And then, you have a deal team, property team, and money team. So we'll talk about these in the next few slides. So how are you building your team? You are doing the networking. Basically, you are taking initiatives. You are attending multifamily events. in-person events. Nowadays, you can attend virtual events where you are projecting yourself, what you could bring to the table, right? You are a doctor, but you are interested in becoming a real estate pro. Right now, you don't have time, but you have a possibility to bring equity to the table. So you are projecting yourself. Yes, I am available. I have money. I want to be part of your team, and I want to do some business with you, basically, right? So when you project yourself, you start connecting with the right people. Sometimes, doing things like meetups, start your own meetup. That is basically creating the personal leadership. You are creating a meetup. That way people are connecting with you and you are connecting with them. You are doing the webinars, things like what we are doing, right? So we are networking through this, free webinar. What are we doing? We are actually connecting with all of you. We have, howsoever people who are listening to me today, they probably would remember us a little bit, right? So these are ability to connect with each other. Basically, we are connecting with each other, and that's how we are building relationships. So there are a bunch of good books, how to master networking, and networking by Jared Cleanert. So these things are important. So attending the multifamily events is the most important thing. Having your own webinar, having your own virtual meetup, taking the initiative, going to different meetups, so and Facebook, LinkedIn is also good. You remain active. You join some of the groups, small mastermind groups, free or paid, and there you become active, and that's how you find partners. Basically, you becoming active. It is you. Nobody else will come to you unless you become active. Unless you take initiative, it would be difficult for you to build those relationships. And meeting those folks in person or on virtual webinars, on Zooms, makes it easier. So basically, what is partnership team, right? Partnership team is the one which has the ownership interest in the entity. They are the managing partners. They are responsible for acquisition, investor management, asset management, operations, marketing, etc. That's the partnership at the property level or at the company level. But there are different teams, deal team, property team, or money team. What is a deal team? A deal team is your commercial real estate brokers, right? Insurance brokers, closing attorneys, litigation attorneys, SEC attorneys, tax consultants. These are your deal teams. Where is the deal coming from? Deal is coming from either by your personal efforts, or by your personal efforts, your postcards, your letters that you are sending out, or coming from a real estate broker. A broker sends you the deal. Once you have the deal, you need an insurance broker to find the insurance, to get the insurance quotes and buy the insurance. And then you need the closing attorney, the attorney who will close the deal. Similarly, the situations when you may have to go into the litigation, so that is also there. Then you need an SEC attorney if you are raising funds. And similarly, you need tax consultant, tax advisors, basically. On a property side, you need inspector, surveyor, you need a cost segregation person, you need contractors, property managers, the inspectors to inspect the property, surveyor to inspect the property. Cost segregation is after the fact, doing the cost segregation analysis. You need contractors to make upgrades in the property. Then the property manager who manage the asset. So these are different teams. In addition to that, you need the money team. You need a mortgage broker, right? Accountant, 1031 specialist, and obviously, syndicator, who we are the syndicators or operators. So fundamentally, where the money comes, so there are two things in a business, right? One is deal and second is investor. So we are talking about deals and investors, but in your partnership team, each member of the team should have experience specifically in multifamily investing. Now we are talking about who could be your good partner, right? So you have to make sure when you are going to these networking events, you are connecting with people. You're not, if you are a newbie, your goal is to get into a group or into a team where you can bring some values. But if you're not a newbie and you are looking for new partners, you have to make sure that the member that you are talking has some experience in multifamily investing, and they have complementary skills, basically. Their skills should complement your skills. And your goal is not just one deal, your goal is to build long-term relationship with them. And sometimes, you ask, for your friends, or you ask somebody whom you trust, and ask for a referral, basically, who could be my partner. So once you should always have a partnership agreement in writing, right? And that is the important piece, because you do not know what you are going to do, how you're going to operate. So some sort of agreement, you should be clear about the duties for each member, right? And put your team first. Important thing is putting your team first. So the next thing is how to network with investors, right? I think this is where the rubber hits the road. Basically, I talked about the deal. Deal comes from brokers. You need attorneys for closing the deal, and you need property managers to manage the property. On the money side, you need, basically mortgage broker. Mortgage broker will bring you the lending part, but for the equity, you need the investors. So that's the most important team, actually, is to find investors for your deal. The most important team in one multifamily investment project is investors or investor partners. So basically, whether you have a deal or not, you have to start networking, because not, so there are two types of partners, right? One is active investors, which we already talked about, who are taking the active role in your ownership entity, but they are passive investors who bring the deal, who bring the money to the table, right? So to find those investors, you need to pitch your investment ideas to your friends or relatives, and neighbors, colleagues. I mean, anybody, circle of influence. You have to pitch your investment idea within your circle of influence. Second, you start contacting people in this sphere of influence of your friends, relatives, and neighbors, basically. Once you have connected with your friends and family members, you ask them to connect, basically start tapping their circle of influence, basically sphere of influence, and you kind of expand your horizon. It is a long-term game. Nobody's going to invest with you the day you ask them, the day you pitch them the deal. It may take 6 months, it may take a year, it may take 5 years before they start trusting you, right? So important thing is you have to start today. Sooner you start, and some of the things which I mentioned earlier, starting your own meetup, starting a webinar, those things really help you. A virtual meeting with your investors, a virtual meeting with your, just a knowledge sharing session like what we are doing right now. These things make a lot of difference. These things make a lot of difference overall, basically. So, and then basically, obviously, you are building your network, and then you are starting to reach out to accredited investors, people you meet in investment seminars, basically meetups, you connect with them on a regular basis. People reach out to you after meetups, after seminars. At that time, you make a conscious effort to connect with them and continue to build the relationship. So in some cases, you are building the relationship so that those relationships are considered pre-existing relationships. In some cases, you may have to do the deal online marketing where you are advertising, you are doing the pay-per-click, you are doing the content marketing. We have lots of ideas on how to do these things more effectively, and with multiple companies, things like that. We can share all that as we go along. Obviously, we share that with our, we handhold everybody to do these things in their real estate business for all the students. But even otherwise, if anybody has specific questions, how to do marketing, meetups, we are happy to talk. No problem at all. So the first thing is, you go to your circle of influence, you start connecting with them, and then you go to the next level. Then you go to the people, friends and family members, circle of influence, right? And after that, Facebook, LinkedIn, social media marketing, reaching out to accredited investors, cold calling, seminars, meetup, and the list goes on and on. But it has to be done. It is not an easy thing to do, but it has to be done. Okay. So investors and the deal, these are the two important things. On the deal side, we talked earlier, and for investors, we just talked now. So these two things are very important. If there's no deal, you have investors, they will probably invest somewhere else. If you have investors, if you have a deal and you don't have investors, then it's not good also. So you have to work on both the things, investors as well as deals, almost all the time. So yeah, that's all is the content for today. In addition to this, I wanted to talk about the deal that we have in Atlanta, 106 unit Archway apartments in Riverdale, Georgia, which we are closing in by the end of the month. And I wanted to just take 1 minute to couple of minutes to talk about this deal. And it is 506C deal, or accredited, available for accredited investors only. The most important thing in this deal is it's a value-add asset in a strong market in Atlanta, right? And it provides new ownership, upside potential, via value-add program and operational efficiency. It has an attractive debt rate of 3.79%, blended interest rate for approximately 7 years left on it. So that's the fundamental of this deal, is that it has an assumable loan at 3.79%. So cost of capital is very low. That's why we have a strong cash on cash return over 7% on a 5-year hold on a projection, right? And current ownership has already done 60% of the value add program. So the new ownership will have an opportunity to capitalize on a proven strategy. Purchase price is 13.4, and we are raising about 6 million on this deal. Average annual return is 18% plus, and internal rate of return is about 15 plus on this deal right now. So this is a chart which shows if somebody has to invest 100,000 in year one, at the end of year one, the cash flow is about 4%, 4,000. At the end of year two, another 7,000. Year three, 7,500. Year four, 9,000. And when we sell at the time of exit, you get additional 65,000. So total return on the deal is about 92%. On your 100,000, you get your 100,000 back in 5 years, and you make 92,000 on it, meaning average annualized return on the deal is about 18.5%. IRR is little over 15.5, and average cash on cash is 7.34%. So this deal is available for accredited investors. It's a 106 unit apartment complex in Atlanta, and we are closing this deal in about 10 days. We are looking for investors, obviously. There are 3 QR codes here. If you need more information, you can take the screenshot of this slide. Again, we have webinar, we have presentation. If you want to go to cashflowchamps.com/invest now, it will take you to the deal page, basically. Cashflowchamps.com/invest now. It will take you to the deal page. Okay, cashflowchamps.com/invest now. That's all I have. If you want to register for the next week's webinar, if you have already registered for one, you must have it for all weekly webinars. But it is cashflowchamps.com/webinar registration. Overall, that's all I have. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please feel free to type them in Q&A box. Anything I can answer, I'm here to answer any questions. But I appreciate you guys taking time. I see a bunch of people on the webinar, Alex, David, Deepak, Francisco, MK, Marcus, Nigar, right? Paul and Peter, you all guys, thank you so much for attending. Some of you have dropped off, but if there are any questions, please feel free to ask. Paul says, thank you so much. Yes, I appreciate it, Paul. Thanks for attending. And if there's any interest in this deal, please let us know, because the deal is closing. It's a slam dunk deal for us in the sense that the cost of capital is fixed. 5-year projections, we have under market rent. But Peter is asking question. Peter, feel free to type the question in Q&A box. Okay, I know you raised the hand, but I'm not able to see what you are asking. I'm not seeing anything coming from Peter. Peter, if you have anything, please type it now. Otherwise, we will be closing this recording. Again, thank you so much all. My email address is Prashant. So Peter said, do you or anyone in the room have interest in 10, 20 units, new construction building in DC area as well as third? Yes, Peter, if you want to share some information, we can have a look at it. Our other partner, Paul, is, Paul Senior is in DC area. We can look at it and see whether it makes sense. 10 to 20 units, new construction building in DC area, as well as 34 units vacant lot with permits. Please send it.
Yeah, let me drop my information in the chat just to see if we can help you out there. Matter of fact, you can just use Paul. I'll give you my phone number. We can probably connect offline and we can talk some more about to see what you have. So I'll just drop my information there to see if we can help you. Okay. So that's my phone number. Just reach out to me, and if you can drop your email or phone number in the chat, that would be good too, Peter.
Yeah. So Paul's email is paul@cashflowchamps.com.
Correct.
Paul@cashflowchamps, and my email is prashant@cashflowchamps.com. Peter, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Are there any other questions, folks? Sounds like there are none. Appreciate it very much. We will be talking soon next week. Thank you so much all. Appreciate your time. Bye now.